Well, good morning. This is Michael DeVille coming to you from beautiful Phoenix, Arizona. As you know, I have had the privilege of talking to both Walter Zimmerman and Charles Nenner. Now, here's two gentlemen that are tops in their field. They're highly regarded in the financial industry, and they were very gracious to share their time with me. Both of them have come to the same conclusions using different methodology at the stock market, the bond market, and the economy have a lot of risk involved. That this is probably not the time to be aggressive with your finances, and it's very, very difficult when you see these huge blazing days where the stock market charges up 400 or 500 points, but then the next week it comes down, has 2 days that are down over 700 points. So it's very, very difficult. Both of them are forecasting the fact that the next 60 to 90 days, that takes us out to really September or so of 2020, are still going to be pretty much a high risk time frame. So it probably bears well to talk to your financial advisor to find out what is prudent for you. Now, I've been doing some emails and some YouTube videos. We posted a lot of the videos online. I've gotten a response from an investor, John. Now, John is retired. John has some very, very sage advice for people. He says that if you're in your 50s, and you have a stock market problem where you maybe lose 40, 50, 60% of your money. Keep in mind, in 2000, we had a market that was very, very similar to this. We had the initial leg that was pretty tough. Then there was a huge bear market rally. It looked like everything was over with. And then we had the second leg down. And of course, that's when you had the NASDAQ go down 78%. Investor John says if that happens again, if you're in your 50s, you may never ever see it recover in your lifetime. And he says if you're in your 60s and this happens, then all the plans that you made for retirement, all the things that you are going to do, all the places you're going to see, the times that you're going to have, and maybe actually your retirement, where you actually retire and quit working, changes because your nest egg could easily get destroyed. So all the plans that you make in your 60s and 50s in a bear market crash, or one that really goes down and it goes down hard, can change your entire life for the next 15, 20 years. It may take a long, long time for it to recover. And you have to wonder, is this worth the risk? Because, I keep saying as a baby boomer, it's very, very difficult for us to get this money back. And if we lose it, why, we may never see it again. And if you lose 20, 30, or 40% of your portfolio, you're not going to feel very wealthy at all. You're going to feel like you don't want to go to Paris. You're going to feel like you don't want to take that big cruise. You don't want to go see that Great Wall of China and take your sweetheart there. So there are times in your life to be cautious, and this may very well be one of those times that you really need to talk to your financial advisor and say, what's prudent for me? How much exposure am I taking? And you don't have to be 100% invested 100% of the time. This might be one of those times where you take some of your money off the table. John went on to say that, that he thinks if you're in your 40s and 50s, you should really start thinking of putting money into the real estate because you control the real estate. It's there. It's not in Wall Street where you've hired some advisor that you've never met, you've never seen, you've never been to his office, you don't know what he's buying on a day-by-day basis, and he's handling your money. If you're in real estate, you can go out there and see it yourself. You can take your hand and say, I own this door. And you're in control. And that's his advice. That's great advice. And of course, that's the same advice that Walter Zimmerman and Charles Nenner is to be conservative and to look for very, very conservative investments. And right now, at this juncture, interest rates are very, very low, and yet you can get a very, very good yield on your rentals. You can get a yield that you can actually live on, and it grows. So this may be an investment that you want to consider, but again, talk to your financial advisor and find out if it's good for you. And when you're talking with them, find out what your exposure is to the stock and bond market. Now, I'm here in Phoenix. You're welcome to have your advisor call me. We can do a conference call. We're more than happy to sit down. I do confidential consultations daily. And we're just used to working with financial advisors and estate planners and attorneys and accountants. We're going to want to do what's best for you. But you need to listen to what's going on. We're in pretty unusual times. And if you need to reach me, I am easy to reach. It's michael@michaeldeville.com. So my very best to you. Have a good holiday. Bye-bye now.